Hi, have you or a loved one ever been addicted to anything? Addiction can be anything a person relies on, such as food, substance, or exercise. Some people may not even realize that they have a problem with addiction. Addiction often comes with stigma, although studies show that addiction is a disease and not a choice. According to Merriam-Webster, the definition of stigma is a mark of shame or discredit, a stain. Today, I will explain the process of addiction and tell you how opioids can be one of the easiest addictions to fall into. Let's start with explaining what the definition of addiction is. According to Merriam-Webster, the definition of addiction is a strong and harmful need to regularly have something, such as a drug, or do something, such as gamble. Also, an unusually great interest in something, or a need to have something. There are many different common addictions in the U.S. Some of these are alcohol, cocaine, drug, food, gambling, heroin, internet, marijuana, methamphetamine, nicotine, prescription drug use, sex, shopping, and work addictions. Seems like a lot, huh? According to HealthyPlace.com, the cause of addiction has not yet been proven. However, it is proven that addiction does run in families. This would suggest that genetics play a role in the disease. Now that we've talked about what addiction is, let's talk about what an opioid is. Opioids are chemicals that bind to receptors in the brain or the body. Some common opioids are hydrocodone, fentanyl, and oxycodone. These opioids are prescription drugs and are typically dispensed by doctors. However, addicts do tend to buy these off the street. Another opioid is heroin. Heroin is a street drug, but it also falls into the opioid category. According to the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, overdose deaths involving prescription opioids have quadrupled since 1999. From 1999 to 2014, more than 165,000 people have died in the U.S. from overdoses related to prescription opioids. That's a lot, huh? Now that I've given you an idea of what opioids are, let's talk more about opioid dependency. I believe opioids are one of the worst addictions a person could have. Most people trust their doctor or physician. If a doctor prescribes a medication, most people believe that the medication will make them better and that they do need to take it. When a person takes an opioid, they feel euphoric and mental and physical pain is greatly lessened. When the medication wears off, a person has no choice but to take more or feel worse than they did before taking the medication. As pain persists and a person continues to take the opioid, the body begins to depend on the opioid. In other words, the person cannot feel normal without it. As I have described, opioid addiction can consume your life with very little choice involved. I have told you about addiction, opioids, and why I believe opioid addiction is one of the worst to fall into. I hope that if you or a loved one has to be put on an opioid, you will understand what the risks involved are. Thank you.